What if I told you that you could get a full professional broadcast audio system for free? Not cheap, not stripped down, not limited. I'm talking about a full-blown audio engine. Hundreds of channels, broadcast grade tools at your fingertips, and it costs you nothing. Well, it'll cost you you need a laptop and audio interface or something like that. But let me start from scratch. Watch this.
There it is, it's all connected up. So that's actually connected down there. So if you can get in on the LCD there, I can show you kind of some of the functionality, if you can get in sort of close on that. So you can see we have all the audio faders along here. Now if you look down at the channel strips down here, we've got knobs, and obviously we've got the flying fader, and we've got the select and the solo and the mute buttons, but these knobs are represented by the displays along the bottom here, and you can see the channels. And so when we go into, say, a function like EQ, you can see what we get on the LCD is we get these buttons along the top are represented here, and these knobs on the deck here are represented across here. So I can adjust the EQ, and these controls, I'm not sure if you can get in there and see that, but these controls are adjusting that. And of course I've got compressor, so you can see they change. So I can now change, you can see the gain, negative gain coming in. So it's pretty cool. So that's the controls there, and of course the buttons, and you can page across as well. Then I can come down to it's got 3D panning, you know. Also, one thing that's worth noting is that when you have any of these displays up, when I'm just on the main channel controls, I've got it full height of the screen, but when I go into any of these screens, it shrinks the entire channel display down to here. So I use the top part of the screen for the specific function I'm in, but I still have an overview of what's going on down the bottom, including even the pan. So you can still see the pan control there. So if I go down into pan, I've got 3D panning. So you can see forward and back. You can see it actually zooming in, coming forward and back. So I can move around in 3D space. It's awesome. And then I can, I've got all kinds of things. I can go back to the home menu. I've got different layers, so I can move between different layers. I've got all the functionality that Mary just talked about in Fairlight Live is actually represented in these sections here. So it's really cool. And I can also do other things, like I can see the masters along the top by pushing this button, or I can go and see an overview of all the audio on the panel. So that's really cool. So it's exciting. So we think it's an incredibly premium panel. I've just done a quick overview here, but we really wanted something that matched Fairlight Live's features and its elegance, Plus we didn't, you can use simple third-party panels. They work with Fairlight Live, but we wanted something much better, something less sort of generic, and a design with really the features that take advantage of Fairlight Live. But I just love this big LCD. It makes it so easy to use. It's like its character comes through on the screen. So this new Fairlight Live Audio Panel 10 will be priced at $2,195. We think it'll ship around July. However, that's not all we've done. We've also done a 20 fader panel. And this model's called the Fairlight Live Audio Panel 20. It's exactly the same design as the 10 fader panel, but it's double the width. Let me bring it out and show you. It's over here. It's quite a lot bigger. There it is there. So as you can see, it's got two LCDs. The back's the same, but with one difference actually. This one has two AC power supplies built in for redundancy. So it looks so nice. When the panel gets wider, it actually kind of looks sort of more professional. It's really quite cool. So this model, the Fairlight Live Audio Panel 20, will be priced at $3,495. It's still very affordable for this many broadcast features. However, I've also done a third model, and this one's even bigger. It's got 40 faders. It's called the Fairlight Live Audio Panel 40. So let me bring this model out and show you. Now it's actually too large for me to lift, so I'll get the guys to bring it out. Can you guys bring this out? And we've got to slide up so you'll be able to sneak in and do it. So this one is very wide. Looks insane actually. Oh, cool. That looks great. There it is. So if we bring over here, in fact, so you can see it's quite wide. It's means it can do very complex jobs. I'll plug in the power. The power's already in, and I'll plug in the USB. We'll see it come up. So it means this one can do very complex jobs. We really need a panel this big to keep up with the features in Fairlight Live. Plus larger broadcasters, you see that's come up. Larger broadcasters do very complex work, and so they'll need a panel that really supports that. You also notice the controls have been moved into the center.
Now, this is different because it's not a DAW, it's an actual broadcast audio mixer with hundreds of channels and routing and bus structure, just like a console would. Professional metering, real-time processing, it's just crazy. And it works with what you already have. Let's talk compatibility. This works with your existing audio interface. Whatever your computer can see as an audio interface, it can see. Whether you are Mac or PC, all right? Dante, it works. That means that whatever you plug into Dante, it will work. That is the coolest thing. When they were developing this or when they were showing this off, they were using a $600 Mac Neo and they were running 300 channels on that, a $600 laptop, 300 channels. That's a budget laptop processing 300 channels. That's just ridiculous. What about if something goes wrong? Well, you got redundancy. It looks like in the software there are dual system redundancy. From what they say, that's even way crazier. But what I'm seeing is it appears that there is a backup in the software. And if that's true, I mean, we are on the brink of amazingness at such a small price. Who is it for? Well, really for broadcast. I'm sure they didn't think about it for church, but I'm thinking about it for church. This is huge. So out with your, man, I have 96 channels at front of house, but I only have, broadcast can only handle 64. So I got to sum stuff down. No, if your laptop and your hardware can handle it, this is your option. This is your out. This is what you're talking about. Oh, one more thing. One thing about using your DAW as your console is your sends on, not sends on fader, but your PFL. Your PFL is always lost. When you push PFL, it's gonna disrupt your master audio, right? That sucks. We have all been there before. And so what we've done was, well, we'll use our mix buses for our main outs, and then our main bus will be our listen back. So when we PFL something, it won't, and I have a video about that, it won't disrupt the mix. Well, with this, it's set up just like an audio console. So your PFL absolutely goes out another set of audio channels that you can choose. I mean, this is so amazing. This might be the next X32 moment. Now, if you like this content, I want to be back here. I miss you guys. Please subscribe, share this video, go download the Fairlight console from blackmagicdesign.com and you will absolutely love it. I can't wait to see you again.